course, I wouldn't want Donald Trump round for dinner. But don't underestimate the danger to the world if Trump is re-elected.
We have sent to America Peter Mandelson, a man who has repeatedly denounced Donald Trump.
The fact that, Starmer wasn't invited to the inauguration doesn't matter, but it kind of does.
Have you ever experienced that sinking feeling when someone you hope to impress completely shuts you down? That's exactly what happened to Keir Starmer when Donald Trump savaged him on live TV. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Imagine the embarrassment, the shock, the sudden realization that your political strategy has backfired spectacularly. In this video, we'll put you in Starmer's shoes and show you why this moment could be a turning point in British politics. Donald Trump's savage takedown of Keir Starmer has sent shockwaves through the British political landscape. In a moment that left viewers stunned, the former US president unleashed a blistering attack on the UK Labour leader during a live TV interview. The scene was set for a diplomatic showdown, but what transpired was more akin to a political execution. Trump, never one to mince words, took aim at Starmer's decision to appoint Peter Mandelson as the UK's ambassador to the US. It's a choice that has raised eyebrows on both sides of the Atlantic, and Trump was quick to capitalize on the controversy. "Starmer's picked someone who's been openly critical of me," Trump declared, his voice dripping with disdain. "This Mandelson guy, he's called me little short of a white nationalist and racist. Is that really the kind of person you want representing your country?"
Here in Downing Street, we have yet to see or hear the Trump-Starmer conversation.
There is prospect that he could even be rejected by Donald Trump as our ambassador.
And again, he has the
Many people saying to me that, everything's fine, the relationship's absolutely no problem at all.
But Trump wasn't done. He turned his attention to Starmer's energy policies, specifically the increased windfall tax on North Sea oil and gas. "It's a very big mistake," Trump asserted, his tone leaving no room for doubt. "The UK should be embracing fracking, not penalizing its own energy sector. Starmer's got it all wrong, and it's the British people who'll pay the price." The former president's words hit like a sledgehammer, each criticism designed to undermine Starmer's credibility on the international stage. Trump's supporters see this as a masterful political move, a demonstration of his ability to dominate the narrative even from across the pond. Critics, however, worry about the long-term implications for UK-US relations. Perhaps the most damaging blow came when Trump addressed Starmer's past criticisms of him. Starmer wasn't invited to the inauguration. He's already lost that, Trump stated matter-of-factly. It was a stark reminder of the diplomatic snub Starmer had faced, and a clear message that Trump's memory is long when it comes to perceived slights.
The fact that, Starmer wasn't invited to the inauguration doesn't matter, but it kind of does.
Make a trade deal? Have a relationship? No, he is as unpalatable as possible.
Because he's already behind several world leaders who will have had conversations with Trump.
As the interview progressed, it became clear that this wasn't just about policy disagreements. Trump's words carried a personal edge, a sense of settling scores. The tension was palpable, and viewers were left wondering, is this the beginning of a new, more hostile era in UK-US relations? Experts are already sounding the alarm. Trump's public rejection of Starmer could have far-reaching consequences, potentially straining diplomatic ties at a time when global cooperation is more crucial than ever. It's a stark reminder of the volatile nature of international politics in the age of Trump. For Starmer, this public humiliation presents a significant challenge. How he responds in the coming days could make or break his political future. Will he attempt to mend fences with Trump or double down on his criticisms?
There used to be the race to be the first person to talk to the new president. He's already lost that.
Instead has spent the last few years cozying up to China, a dictatorial, genocidal regime, and we have sent him out there.
And who knows how long it's going to be before Trump deigns to have a conversation with him.
The world is watching, and the stakes couldn't be higher. As the dust settles on Trump's scathing rejection, Keir Starmer finds himself in a political minefield of his own making. The Labour leader's career hangs by a thread, with critics circling like vultures, eager to pick apart his every move. But is this truly the beginning of the end for Starmer? Or could it be the catalyst for an unexpected political resurrection? Starmer's recent struggles have been well documented. His handling of the Southport child murder case left many questioning his commitment to addressing systemic failures. His speech on state institutions was widely panned as weak and insubstantial. Now, with Trump's public humiliation added to the mix, Starmer faces a perfect storm of criticism that threatens to engulf his leadership.
Now, one of President Trump's campaign chiefs has branded the UK's next US ambassador as an absolute moron.
We have sent to America Peter Mandelson, a man who has repeatedly denounced Donald Trump.
The Labour Party, once hopeful that Starmer could lead them back to power, now finds itself in turmoil. Party members are divided, with some calling for Starmer's resignation, while others cling to the hope that he can weather this latest storm. The silence from Starmer's camp in the wake of Trump's attack is deafening, leaving many to wonder if he has any fight left in him. Public perception of Starmer has taken a nosedive. A recent poll showed declining support for Labour, with voters attributing this slump directly to Starmer's leadership failures. The rise of Reform UK as an alternative has only added to Labour's woes, with many disillusioned voters jumping ship in search of more decisive leadership. Elon Musk's recent broadside against Starmer has added fuel to the fire. The tech billionaire's accusation that Starmer was complicit in the rape of Britain during his tenure as head of the Crown Prosecution Service has reignited debates about Starmer's past. Musk's call for Starmer to face charges for his complicity in the worst mass crimes in British history has struck a chord with those who believe Starmer failed to protect vulnerable communities. The contrast between Trump's brash, unapologetic style and Starmer's more measured approach has become stark.
In Downing Street ever. We have got a golden opportunity to get on with America at a time where, as you say, it is booming.
I wouldn't want Donald Trump round for dinner, but don't underestimate the danger to the world if Trump is re-elected. I'm anti-Trump. I would like to send my warmest congratulations to President Trump.
While Trump's supporters praise his decisive leadership, Starmer's critics see his response, or lack thereof, as further evidence of his weakness. The Labour leader's inability to effectively counter the narrative being pushed by Trump and Musk has left many wondering if he has the political acumen to lead the country. Suella Braverman, never one to miss an opportunity, has seized on this moment of vulnerability. The former Home Secretary has been vocal in her criticism of Starmer, using Trump's rejection as proof of Starmer's inadequacy on the international stage. Braverman's attacks have resonated with those who see Starmer as out of touch with the concerns of ordinary Britons. As pressure mounts from all sides, including former allies, Starmer must find a way to navigate this political minefield and salvage his leadership. The coming days will be crucial. Will he attempt to mend fences with Trump, risking further alienation from his base? Or will he double down on his criticisms, potentially damaging UK-US relations? As the dust settles on this political earthquake, the long-term consequences for UK-US relations loom large. Starmer's inability to navigate Trump's brutal rejection could severely hamper Britain's negotiating power on the global stage. With trade deals and security agreements hanging in the balance, the Labour leader's past criticisms of Trump and controversial appointments like Peter Mandelson may come back to haunt him.
Chris Lasavita reacted angrily after Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer announced Lord Peter Mandelson will take up the post in Washington.
And our previous trading partners in Europe are in comparative economic stagnation and decline.
The question now is, can Starmer recover from this public humiliation, or has Trump's savage takedown dealt a fatal blow to his political career? As the drama unfolds, it's crucial for voters to stay informed and engaged. The future of UK politics hangs in the balance, and every twist and turn could have far-reaching implications for the nation's place in the world.